Today we have Mr. Manav, the organizer of ThincMe 2026 with us. Sir, I'd like to ask you a few questions. First of all, what inspired you to create ThincMe and what inspired you to bring all the hotels in one place?
Thank you so much for TTW for doing this interview with me. So we have been in the consulting business for the last 3 decades, and 21 years ago I started doing a conference in Bombay, which has grown out to be one of the biggest events in that country and that part of the world. And we realized when you do a conference which has a lot of owners, it actually helps bring not just the owners but the operators, the investors and everything together. And the Middle East is the melting pot for a lot of the businesses that are currently happening, and therefore we came up with Think Middle East. And all our international conferences are known as Think. So we have Think Indonesia, Think Sri Lanka, and now Think Me.
So tell us more about the theme, Hospitality Melting Pot.
Look, this morning I made a presentation about how the world is in a very different state. A lot of turmoil, a lot of tariffs, a lot of friction all over. In all of this, the Middle East actually seems to be a lot more cohesive, a lot more inviting. And that's why, we called it the melting pot of the world.
So talking about trends, what is currently shaping the investment in UAE and wider GCC also?
So I think one of the biggest trends, and we saw it in the room, is the branded residences. A lot more hotel companies are getting into it. Inflation is high, cost of development is high. And therefore, when you're building an expensive hotel, the only way to kind of justify the cost that goes into a hotel is to have a branded resi component with it, which then allows you to kind of defray some of the risks that are associated with building a standalone hotel. So that's one big point. The second big area is the wellness part, right? Post-COVID, we've seen wellness boom across the world. People who have money, they want to spend on themselves, they want to spend on wellness and so forth. So I think those are the two big trends.
So in the panel, we heard a lot about new investors. How do you structure legacy investors from the new investors?
I think there's something for all kinds of investors, right? So legacy investors will say, look, I want to go into, some of them just want to buy existing assets. Whereas a new investor coming in may not have that big an appetite, and therefore they may take more risk. They may have land, and therefore they might be doing greenfield projects. Legacy investors typically shy away from greenfield projects. They'll pay a premium and pick up an existing operating asset as opposed to that. And we've seen that in different parts of the world. I would imagine that's the same thing out here.
So keeping that in mind, what role does your brand play in strengthening and attracting the capital?
So I often describe my business as the first destination in a journey when you're doing a train journey, right? So we're the first platform, and the first platform is come to us, do a feasibility study, decide what you're building, how big should it be, what positioning it should be. So that's a bulk of what we do. And that's why a lot of the investors, that's why a lot of the owners come to us. And that's also reflective in the conference here, right? We have today 25% of our audience today are owners who have come because they are our clients. And that's what helps.
So just hopping on to a different topic, how does technology influence the hospitality industry decisions?
Look, I personally am not a huge fan of technology because I don't understand it that well, but I do realize the importance it plays. I spoke about, in my opening speech, about this whole GLP thing. It's not technology, but it's science. And that science is going to affect how people eat in restaurants, how people use gyms in restaurants. I think AI is already being used, but it's being used for very basic stuff, reservations and so forth. But going forward, I won't be surprised if you have robots in 10 years' time that are doing the work of a housekeeper or doing the service and so forth. So I think that's what the real use of AI will come in hospitality.
And finally, I would like to ask that yesterday we started ThincMe 2026, the second edition. So what was in your mind when we started off the first day, and now on the end of the second day, what is your takeaway and what would you want people to take away from this?
I wish I could remember look, as a conference organizer, you're always trying to say, let's get the ball started. I'm sitting here towards the end of second day. I think we have had a good event, lots of investors and owners. We're a small event and we want to remain a small event, more boutique-ish. so that we can get a more achieved, right? When you're in a place with 1,000 people, you can't get a lot of work done. But if you're in a place of 150, 200 people, you get to spend some time with them, and that's what we really want to do. And we're very happy with that.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you.